Welcome to Night City, a dystopian playground of the future. Published by Polish video game company CD Projekt Red, with the story adapted from the creator of Cyberpunk board games, Mike Pondsmith, and starring Neo, aka Keanu Reeves, aka Johnny Silverhand.
We have a city to burn.
In this game you are free to explore great technological megalopolis in whatever way you choose. Recreate yourself in your own image, not the gods. Let loose your inner hacker, assassin, explorer and adventurer. Merge your body with technology and become a limitless god with mods, implants, advanced cybernetics and artificial limbs. Make your choices and face the consequences. Live the life that you never could. Or could you? If you watch my videos, you know my passion for video games. It's my favorite medium of storytelling. Combining a really good book with a movie and mixing in a kick-ass soundtrack. And giving you the full control. Your actions, your consequences. I don't get it why video games are not appealing to everyone. Oh well, their loss. But I don't want to talk about gameplay, but the exciting possibility that Cyberpunk offers of becoming a human-machine hybrid. Would you like to become a transhuman? Someone who greatly enhances and modifies their intellect and their physiology in real life. Change your legs to the ones that can run without ever tiring. Arms that can act as multi-tools. Eyes that can see through walls and through skin. Or a brain implant that can download any skill, like Neo in the Matrix. I want to discuss with you the idea of your ever-changing identity. What makes you, you? What makes us human? And the ethics of becoming a superhuman. Because what we see in Cyberpunk is no longer just science fiction. The future is now, boys and gals. Think of a ship for a moment. If you change the sails of that ship, is it still the same ship? Now what if you also change the steering wheel and the bow of the ship? Is it still the same? I would think so. What if you changed every part of the ship slowly over 10 years? Now, after 10 years, is it still the same ship? Let's simplify. This hammer has two parts, the handle and the head. Now, if I would change the handle, would it still be the same hammer? Now what if I change the head? Would it still be the same hammer? I would say no. At what point is this hammer no longer this hammer? What makes this hammer this hammer? Is it the handle or the head or the combination of both? At what point does the ship stop being the same ship? After 51% of its body is replaced? Well, yeah, probably. I think you know where I'm going with this, you clever kiddies. When a pirate captain lost his leg and an arm, it was replaced with wood and metal. That was what, 20-30% of his body? And I'm sure we can all agree that he's still the same person. When does this pirate no longer be the same person? When 51% of his body is switched out? You can now see how this is not so easy with a living object. What makes us human? Our beating hearts? Our brains? Inanimate objects don't have hearts or brains, so with them it's easy. So let's focus on the living. Let's focus on you. You are made up of cells. Now, cells die and are replaced. Just like the ship's parts were replaced in 10 years, your entire body is being replaced roughly within 7 to 10 years. Not only you are the same physically as you were 10 years ago, I believe that you are not the same mentally as well. If you would meet your 10-year-old self and your 70-year-old self, I would think that you will consider them as strangers. Different ages, different experiences, different outlooks in life, different life goals and different attitudes towards whatever dogma. So are we our brains? Yeah, that would be a logical guess.
I do not refuse to participate in this kind of surgery in future.
Italian scientist Sergio Canavero announced in 2017 that after a successful monkey head transplant, he will perform a human head transplant. I could not find any more information as this subject is protected by such a strong backlash on human ethics that I believe that Sergio has gone underground. his work claimed to be fake news. Who wants to be known as a real Dr. Frankenstein, right? But he definitely believed that a full body transplant is possibility. But so that's what, like 90% of total body change? But what about out-of-body experiences? People who are in deep meditation or take psychedelic drugs? Or people with near-death experiences who have later given detailed information about floating above their own dead bodies and what happened during that time. I made a video about death and afterlife, so check that out later. What is consciousness? Science cannot answer that. Are you more than just your meaty body? I believe so. You are made up of cells. And cells are made up of molecules, atoms, subatomic particles, which are made up of quantum strings and vibrations. You are made up of trillions of signals, an unlimited potential of energy. This is a true science fiction fantasy land, so let's not go down that rabbit hole in this video. Let's focus on what we do know. You have an identity. In fact, you have many, and you are switching between them constantly. A clear example of this is a soldier. I was in the army, and when I put on my uniform, I felt different. Army is the place that takes great care of programming you into a living weapon. Protocols, tactics, strategies, and discipline is forced into you. I behaved very differently on the field than I did back home. For some professional army veterans, it is hard to become a loving father and a husband when they take off their uniform. Think about your identities. Do you act differently when you're at work, when you're with friends, when you're home, or when you are in front of a camera? When you put on a police or firefighter uniform or a suit, when you grab your FBI badge or a CEO key card, or get a hold on a music instrument that you can play without effort, you do feel different, don't you? You do feel slipping into some other identity. What makes you, you constantly shifts and changes. Time changes it. Your surroundings changes it. But mostly you change it. And you can set limitations for yourself. I heard a story where a group of kids were locked in a room tasked with getting out of it. The task was impossible and the researchers just wanted to see how long it takes for them to give up. Kids get bored easily and tend to avoid the hard stuff, so no surprise it did not take that long for them to ask for help. Next time the researchers gave them costumes, Batman, Superman, Sherlock Holmes, etc., and asked them to become that character. This time the kids, believing that they were smart and strong and something more than themselves, it took them much longer to give up. You see, we usually doubt ourselves. But if we have some sort of a token, some alter ego, some inner belief, we can actually perform miracles. Beyoncé kicks ass on stage. Everybody knows that. But for a long time it was not her, but her alter ego, Sasha Fierce.
Like when you're getting ready to go on stage and perform, does Sasha Fierce, when does she show up?
Usually when I hear the crowd, when I put on my stilettos, when like the moment right before when you're nervous and that other thing kind of takes over for you. Then Sasha Fierce appears, and my posture and the way I speak and everything is different. Definitely when I'm nervous or whenever I have to perform, whenever I have to do choreography or something that's difficult, and it's no different from anyone else. I feel like we all kind of have that thing that takes over.
She was a shy, nervous and doubtful, like the rest of us. But by becoming something else, like an actor on a stage, when they yell action, she reinvented herself. And over the years, Sasha Fierce merged into her. You can think of what you want. What identity do you want to be? You can practice that over and over and over again until you become one with it. Choose a new identity and become it. Put on a suit or a uniform and become it. And remember, it is never, ever, ever too late to choose a new identity. Let's get back to Cyberpunk. I will ask you again, would you modify your body? Today, we don't need a wooden peg leg and a hook. We have robotic limbs that can be controlled by our brains.
We're beginning the age in which machines attached to our bodies will make us stronger and faster and more efficient.
We have hearing aids, we have bionic eyes, artificial hearts, exoskeletons, DNA manipulation to make designer babies. These things are still in their infancy, but the tech is getting better each year, and that's a fact. And I know that you don't need them if you haven't lost a body part, but what if I told you that you already have modifications? Your clothes are a minor modification of your body. People will act differently around you when you're wearing a suit or a bathing suit. When you have your makeup on, nice haircut and jewelry, people will act different. Your tattoos, your voice, your face, your look and your mannerisms all are modifications powered by your identity that runs on that magical vibration of consciousness. You are already a hybrid of energies. Would you not change your eyes for the better ones? I am already losing my eyesight, so yeah, I would. Would you not change your organs into machines that would never get cancer? I would. Like, more junk food. No. Would you not greatly enhance your intellect and become a living god? Or are you one of those people that think that humans have to be pure? A quick story. You know how kids want to be someone else? Which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle were you? Which Power Ranger were you? Which Powerpuff Girl were you? I was the green one. But I wanted to be J.C. Denton, a nano-augmented player character in another video game called Deus Ex. Wearing a long trench coat and glasses, he bared a close resemblance with Neo from The Matrix. I was 12 years old and I was fascinated about the possibility of transhumanism. Deus Ex is a series of video games that deals with the ethics of Puritans and hybrids. Some people believe that they know what makes us human and anything else is a perversion. But we already have people who are uncomfortable in their bodies. People who want to be someone else. People who go under the knife and change their sex because they felt that they were born in a wrong body. You can change your hair color, your face, your voice, your height, your insides and your outsides. The future is now. You can make body modifications and it will only get more exciting. What makes you you is your identity, and you can change it anytime you want. I believe that human revolution is inevitable. So, which side do you choose? Well, you can find that out when you fire up Cyberpunk 2077 and start making some choices. Lads, this is one of the last honorable gaming companies that really does deserve our money and our time. And I will be happy to spend a couple of sleepless nights exploring the Night City with my super augmented stealth hacker assassin. Cause I can't experience that in the real world. So please tell me, what body modifications would you consider? And are you gonna play Cyberpunk 2077? And whether you like this video by pressing the thumbs up button and hey, maybe subscribing for more practical philosophies. And I'll see you transhumans in the next one. Bye.